This is where I start to pose and blink slowly and show how much I'm feeling myself.
Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to do something a little bit more casual. I'm going to do more of like a get ready with me situation. I haven't done one of these in a while. And I just have a couple things to film today. So kind of talking videos. I have a haul and then maybe something else. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Maybe take some pictures for IG. I'm also going to use this opportunity to try a couple new things that I haven't tried that I just bought. So that we will do. I'm gonna start out by using this Wonder Brow like brow gel situation to fill in my brows. I bought this a while back and I liked it, but I haven't used it in a while. So we're gonna try it again. Excuse my dirty looking body and hands. I put on Sunless Tanner this morning and I haven't washed it off yet, but I don't plan on it for a while, so we'll just have to roll with it, you know what I mean? If I remember correctly, I like the lasting power of this brow shit, but you do have to almost do like a couple coats, and I have almost the darkest shade if you want it to actually fill in like bald areas. Because for me, my eyebrows don't really have a tail, so I need to basically create an entire tail. And when your tail area is like less opaque than your actual brow, it looks kind of weird, you know what I mean? And just for the very tail of my brow, I'm just gonna quickly use like my Precisely My Brow pencil by Benefit. I love this thing. I'm just gonna kind of fill in any tiny little gaps that I'm not happy with. And that's it. For a while now, I haven't been into like a super crazy, like defined Instagram brow, although a lot of people would still consider this that. So it's kind of personal preference for me, and for some people this is still a little bit too defined, but this is kind of how I've been liking mine. Filled in, a little dark, but I don't do like the carving out with concealer or a really harsh like line on the top. It's just how I like it, man. When I film, I like to do powder foundation pretty much strictly. I feel like it just looks better on me. But before I do that, I want to color correct a little bit on kind of the inner corner of my under eye. I get a little bit of discoloration here. So I'm just going to use the Armani, I believe it's Armani, Master Corrector in the pink shade. I just use my finger to tap it in and blend it out. My hands are so offensive. I'm actually gonna wash them right now, BRB. And that is not any better. I think I'm gonna start with eyes, because I was having like the urge to do just like a kind of standard black smoky eye. So I'm gonna do eyeshadow first because I'm an animal and I can't not make a mess. So I'm trying to find a black pencil that smudges really easily, just the first one I can find. I think I like this one. If I remember correctly, let's try it. It's the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil. I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, like so. And then before it dries, I'm just gonna take, I'll use this one, this should be good. It's just a Morphe E18, just like a little tiny, hopefully it focuses. And you see, just like a tiny little, almost like a mini kabuki. I'm just going to kind of smudge this out. Doesn't need to be perfect whatsoever. I just don't want it to be super harsh. I can totally fix any patchiness with shadow. I just want to give something for the black to cling to. Plus, if I just use a clear base or, you know, like a normal eyeshadow base when I do something really dark, I don't like how it wears throughout the day. It kind of loses opacity. I almost said that really Minnesotan opacity, and I don't know, it just looks a little dull over time, so I like to use a dark base. Okay, and now for the waterline, I want to use my Makeup Geek black eyeliner pencil because that's kind of my favorite for the waterline. I just feel like it stays really nicely. If I can find it. Alright, I'm starting to look like how I did my makeup when I was a teenager. Now I'm going to take the Huda palette. I'm going to go in with, I'm trying to decide if I want to do like warm browns or the reddish colors in the crease. With this, let's go reddish. So I'm going to do Shy right here, this kind of pinkish color. And I'm just taking a really big fluffy brush and putting this into the crease, going pretty high. Just kind of starting to smoke everything out. Okay, now that that's done and looking crazy as hell, I'm gonna go a little bit darker. I'm gonna take Maneater, this pretty red shade right here. Love this color. And I'm just gonna also throw this into my crease. Kind of right where the black is meeting that pink. We're gonna work on the black, like I said, a little bit later, but right now we just want to make sure there's some sort of a gradient. You can use any color for this, like purples are really pretty, blues, grays, browns, anything that you want, depending on, you know, if you want to match it to your outfit or have it being contrasting colors from your eye color, whatever you want to do, you do you. I've just really been liking this cranberry color because, you know, I'm basic and that's what everybody likes right now, and I just can't help myself. Okay, now we're gonna start the black. I'm gonna use the black shade from the Huda palette. I actually haven't really used this black shade much. I haven't really been in the mood, you know what I mean? Even though I use this palette all the time. So let's give it a go. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I've swatched it before and used it a tiny bit for like a darkening shade in my outer corner. That is kind of it. Yes, yes, yes. It's starting to come together now, guys. Thank goodness. I feel like I kind of look like a washed up, like 80s rock and roll wife, you know? Like I was definitely a groupie. Definitely. Now I'm going back into the red shade and just kind of blending the two together. Just making sure there's like 27 layers of product. And we're back on. My camera died. So now I'm gonna do skin quickly. I'm gonna use my Tarte Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation in medium neutral. This might be a little light for me considering I still have like the bronzer on from my Sunless Tanner, but we're gonna make it work, all right? I think it's working out pretty well, but with the tiny mirror I have in front of me and that's all I'm working with, I can't see my whole body, so. And then next I'm going to use the shade Light Neutral, same product. I'm going to go under my eyes, kind of in my highlight zones, just to kind of mattify everything and brighten. I love this powder so much, you guys. Seriously. It just feels very soft and velvety. So when it goes onto your skin, that's how it looks, you know? Your skin just looks nice and smooth. It's not too drying or chalky. Which, you know, like what are the ones that I like by MAC? The Studio Fix powders. Compared to like the Studio Fix, it has less coverage, definitely, but it still does a pretty good job. I mean, look at that. My face is already looking a lot nicer, smoother, more even, and then I have a little bit of like a highlight situation going on already, which I'm a fan of. I like to skip as many steps as possible. Believe it or not, I don't like to spend a lot of time on my makeup. I just really don't. I want as many shortcuts as possible. So to bronze, I'm going to use my Too Faced Contour Kit. Love this thing so much. I'm using Dark Cocoa, the shade, which you can get in like full size form. Although I don't really remember loving the Too Faced bronzers, to be totally honest. I don't know if this one's different, or what, but I actually really like this one. Maybe it's just all in my head. And hit the sides of my face, onto my cheeks and my lower jaw. Just kind of warm everything up. I usually film in front of my vanity mirror, but I took it off so I could get a little bit of daylight coming through this window. So I'm gonna see how the footage comes out, but it's honestly like, I feel like I can't see what I'm looking at. So once I'm done doing this get ready with me, I might just look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, I'm hideous, what have I done? And now I wanna play around with this Tarte Double Duty Beauty Contour and Highlight Palette. I just got this yesterday at Ulta. Tarte is in Sephora as well, but the Double Duty Beauty line is an Ulta exclusive. So you can only get this at Ulta. Same with those creamy powder foundations that I was using earlier. I want to try this again. I used it super quickly last night just to kind of test it out. I was super curious. I liked it because this was such a light contour color. It swatched a little bit darker than it is in the pan, but I just liked it. I didn't know so much about the highlighter, but I tried it again last night and I really like it. It's kind of right up my alley. It's nothing too crazy. So we're just going to use, this is my favorite brush for contouring, the Soft Angled Contour by Sigma. I just like to stamp the color back here and then I just start to blend it out once most of the color has left the brush. Just like yesterday, I'm really liking this. I think this is a really nice palette. I haven't really heard anybody talking about it, but at the same time, I don't watch a ton of YouTube lately. So let me know, you guys, if you've heard of this palette. I'm a fan. I'm really liking it. And to highlight, I'm just going to use a little bit of this highlight shade with an EF 35 by Sigma. And I'm just gonna kind of highlight the tops of my cheekbones. For blush, I'm gonna use this one by MAC. This is Spring Flock. This is from a limited collection, so I don't know if it's still on the site, but if it is, I would definitely check it out because this is such a pretty shade. It's bright enough so that it shows up when I'm darker toned, if I have a little bit of a tan, but light enough to where I can easily use it when I'm fair as well. You know what I mean? So it's just a really nice one to use. It just makes me look really flushed. And I'm going to do my lower lash line, finish up the eyes. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the shade. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna keep it closer to my lash line. I'm gonna start with Shy, the kind of light pink shade that we use as a transition. And I'm just going to kind of hug my waterline. I'm gonna use that red shade, Man Eater. And I'm gonna focus this one, kind of starting from the center and bringing it to the outer corner. Just bringing a little bit of that red in. I'm gonna take this really tiny detail brush and that black shade, and again just really focus this on the outer corner of my eye and keep it pretty close to my lower lash line. It's just gonna kind of make my outer lashes look pretty full and tie the top and the bottom together. I don't really like this brush. This is the Morphe M515. I like how small it is, but it is really scratchy. It's definitely not my favorite. It gets the job done, but it just doesn't feel very good. You know what I mean? Okay, mascara on my lower lashes. I've been trying to switch up my mascaras. The Too Faced Better Than Sex is my favorite, but I also haven't really been liking this Urban Decay Perversion mascara. So I'm going to do this on my lower lashes, on my upper lashes too, but that doesn't matter so much because I'm going to put falsies on. Or maybe I should skip falsies? Nah. For lips, I'm just going to use this Milk lip marker. This is kind of the reddish one. I don't know the name of it, but I'm just gonna kind of put this on the inner portion of my lip. Just stain the center. I'm also gonna use a little bit of the hot pink one just on top because I thought the last one was a little bit too red. And I'm going to use a little bit of the NARS Velvet Lip Cream in Stripped, just to top everything off. And for lashes, I'm going to quickly pop on these ones by Flutter. These are the I Slay style in collaboration with Makeup by Shayla. Makeup Shayla, sorry. And they're really pretty. I'll try and give you guys a close-up. You see them? Let's see if this is tacky. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look. I'm about to head off to film a couple things, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in Friday's vlog. Bye!